Hello there, how are you? Layering Haddock here with another episode of Worth the Buy here on Bearded Budget Media. Now, this week we're looking into a movie that was one of the attempts to make Clive Owen a star. So let's get our masks on, move rooms, and let's dive into Inside Man. Please like, comment, share and subscribe, it really means a lot and helps with the channel, and also for spreading the love for some underrated gems. Okay, so let's start with the first bit. This is an amazing heist movie. It's easily one of the best films to be described in an elevator pitch. There's a bank, there's a robbery, there's hostages, there's police. That's all it needs. We ain't talking Ocean's 11 or Mission Impossible style heist. The film doesn't have you with the team planning and executing it. You have almost the same information as the police for the majority of the film, and personally I think this is a great choice, as it has your mind ticking over all the way through it. I mean, what's the heist plan? How will the police handle it? That sort of thing. And at the end of the day, it's smart people trying to outsmart other smart people. I'm already finding it difficult to write this script, not because I don't have anything to talk about with this, more that I don't want to ruin someone's enjoyment, of a film that was released nearly 20 years ago. Mainly because this film is a film that you cannot watch the same way as your first time. It's like a strange film virginity that you can't get back. I know that sounds strange, but this film didn't do as well as things like The Usual Suspects or half of M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong's filmography, which for the film is a bonus because the best bits of this film haven't been ruined by being used so heavily in pop culture in the years since it's been released. Inside Man is both beautifully and creatively shot, but also edited in such a way that not a single shot is wasted. Quite similar to Phone Booth in it's just jumping straight into the story. It's very efficient in its visual storytelling, which leads to a very entertaining film. Its use of non-linear storytelling, again, just adds to the intrigue surrounding the heist. Personally, my only downside I have with the film is the ending. It has a bit of a Lord of the Rings style ending. Multiple. Maybe you should call it Lord of the Rings with all that filler. Directed by Spike Lee, this film also covers the great diaspora that is New York City. The differing people, culture, religions depicted both in the hostages, crowd and even the police force. Even including some good old-fashioned police racism, whether it's a Sikh being confused as an Arab and the post-9/11 police reaction to that, or it's a patrol officer with this.
This one little spick is getting his clock cleaned by another one.
Do me a favor, Sergeant. Just tone down the color commentary.
But Spike Lee does still give a slice of redemption for him.
And I'll try and watch what I say in the future.
Can't hold it off any longer, let's look at the cast in this great heist thriller. So, starting with our main antagonist, but could also be the protagonist depending on your leaning, which is another great part of this film, but I digress. First up, we got the leader of the crew, Dalton Russell, played by Clive Owen.
Here lies Peter Hammond, hero, who valiantly attempted to prevent a brilliant bank robbery by trying to hide his cellular phone, but wound up getting shot in the fucking head.
I mentioned it earlier at a time when Hollywood seemed to be trying to make him a thing, and for some reason he never did become that, considering some of the work he's been involved in. This, Children of Men, Shoot 'em Up and Sin City to name a few, and in all the roles he's pretty damn good in. Coming up against Owen's Dalton Russell, we have Denzel Washington playing Detective Keith Frazier. As always, Denzel is great, but it does just feel a bit like it's Denzel being Denzel.
Calm the fuck down. How you doing?
An additional player brought into the situation by the bank owner is Jodie Foster playing Fixer for the Rich, Madeline White, fantastically using guile, leverage and a don't give a funk type of attitude, and potentially a distinct lack of morals.
Whoever gave you my number got the same deal. Clearly they must have been satisfied.
The bank owner I just brought up, played by the legend that was Christopher Plummer.
Have they made any demands?
They want a jet.
Oh, I see. Would you like me to arrange one for you?
Even with some of the side characters, we will find some great character actors such as Willem Dafoe playing a veteran commander of the NYPD Emergency Services Unit, who's a bit more gung-ho in his thinking.
Because if my guy's gotta shoot it out with those fucking savages...
Okay.
Chiwetel Ejiofor, I've probably butchered his name. It's a name I've always seen written and never heard spoken. He plays Denzel's second, and again, is great. But when is there ever a time when either him or Defoe are ever bad?
Let me see your shoe. Why? Because I have never seen anybody put their foot that far up a guy's ass.
As well as that, the chemistry between Chiwetel and Denzel is positively incredible. Two other minor cast members are also a nod to one of the all-time great bank robbery films, Dog Day Afternoon, on top of referencing it in dialogue.
You saw Dog Day Afternoon. You're stalling. Why? I don't know.
One of the hostages was a hostage in Dog Day Afternoon.
What's with you, Miss Shagoyam? Go ahead. Make my day.
And one of the police officers that deliver pizza is the guy who played the pizza delivery dude in Dog Day Afternoon too. Just a nice little nod. Something that did shock me was finding out that this was filmed on location in New York City. I mean, mainly because following film and TV for many years, and even seeing companies like Sony and Disney filming in my hometown of Manchester to represent New York City, just to the sheer cost of filming on location within New York. The soundtrack is bang on. Spike Lee, again using his regular collaborator in jazz musician and trumpeter Terence Blanchard, although I will admit the soundtrack does at times give me some Evil Genius game vibes, very Bonzy. Also add the song Cheya Cheya by A.R. Rahman from the 1989 Hindi film Dil Se, which really adds to the metropolitan feel of the film, and also, it's a banger. It seems strange me covering this film for two reasons. One being that it didn't actually bomb in the cinema. It made a very healthy profit of $184 million on a $45 million budget. And two, the cast, writing and cinematography are incredible. Yet, somehow this film seems to have slipped through the cracks in the hive mind that is pop culture. I mean, there we have it. Like I said, I've found this difficult to write about so as not to spoil anything for people who haven't seen it. Everyone should be pure going into this to truly enjoy the cat and mouse, ball and cup skullduggery that unfolds in front of you. So if you see it in the wild, pick it up. It's a great watch. I've been Lyrin Haddock. Catch you next time.
So I violated section 34 double D? That's what you're telling me?